The winter is upon us. Well, it's still technically fall, but it's cold. Let's see what it got down to last night. Got down to 49. So it's time to get the heater going in the bathroom. So we'll unplug the window fan. I won't be using that anymore. And we'll plug in this heater. This is the HeatWave heater. And I recall there being some problem with this last year. I think the bearings were getting kind of noisy. So let's see what we have here. This needs to be cleaned up a little bit. It's kind of dirty. The filter needs to be cleaned, so I'll do that before we start using it. I like using this one in here because this filter really saves the element from getting blocked up with dust. You can see here it's still totally clear. It looks like there's little specks of dust here and there. Probably could fare to be blasted with compressed air, but generally speaking it's still pretty clean. And if this was any other heater without the filter, all this dust would be blocking the element and I couldn't use it. You have to clean it out before it's used. So this works pretty well in here, having this filter. And I think with the moisture and so forth in this room, the dust just sticks to everything more so than usual. Now I thought about using that little Sears heater in here, that Radiant one, because I'd really like to have the Radiant style heater in here. That little green Sears one that there was a big debacle over last year as to whether or not it has a fan in it, which is stupid because it doesn't have a fan. It's not debatable. I'd like to use that old Lakewood one in here, but I think it's just too big because it's got to sit over here and not impede the walkway, and then the Lakewood one would be able to open the cabinets because it'd be in front of it. It wouldn't work. Anyways, well, let's start it off with the fan. I guess I'll keep this off for now so we can see what's going on in there. Okay, so it seems to sound pretty good. And again, you can see through it, so it's clean enough to be put into service for now. Pretty clean. Oh, there's that noise. Yeah, that's what I remember doing last year. So the bearings is not good in this. I have to see if I can find some. I believe that motor's a pretty standard size, so I need to be able to take some bearings out of something else, some scrap piece. But that's too annoying. That's not going to work. Well, let's try the heat mode. Low heat. Oh yeah, it's getting hot. And we'll go to high heat. Here the fan slow down slightly because the drop in voltage on the line. The wiring in this house is not very good. That is hot. This is a really good heater. You can hear it creaking as the metal expands. That's got a lot of power to it. There's a lot of air coming out. That element's clean enough to use. So, aside from that noise, jeez, look at the lights dim when you turn this on. That's outrageous. Aside from that rattling sound, it is working, but that's pretty annoying. I may have to either fix that or put a different heater in here because I don't want to hear that every day. It's almost all the way cool. Go ahead and turn it off. And one could use it as it is because the bearings are lubricated and free. They're not having a problem of locking up. You can see the spin down time is pretty decent for something of this size. But I'm just not sure I want to have to listen to that sound every day. So it works. It works for now. I'll put it back where it normally sits, which is down here in the corner. Just kind of stays over here like this. I gotta tie up the cord so it doesn't get all over the place here. But that's where it normally sits. And until I figure out what to do with the bearings, we'll just use it as it is.